Welcome back, WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and WNST.net. We are a little more than a week out on the big Tiger Woods victory, and everybody knows Compass Point Golf. They are our partners in crime down in Pasadena with 36 beautiful Billy Casper designed holes for you. And, of course, Robert Canady doing all things events over there. But he's our golf insider, our buckets and birds guy out. Now the basketball is over and it's 80 degrees out. You can focus on the important things in life. Right, Robert?
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely a early spring. It looks like here with some of the temperatures we've had this week. I've gotten out and enjoyed the green grass myself, and chasing a little white ball around, and things are definitely hopping here heading into golf season. So
yeah, I always say, people, good. Man, you're taller in person, man. Your golf game based on your size. When you're bigger, everything opens up, right? It's like being a baseball, like swinging a bat when you're 6'6", right?
Well, I go with the excuse that the larger you are, there's more moving parts to correct.
Right,
so
there are, though. That's true, right?
Yeah, so it's it can be good and bad. It can give you a little bit longer swing, which gives you more power, but there's more to go wrong. So I'm always fighting that battle. All
right. But you hitting them okay right now?
Yeah, hitting them good. Got some new equipment from Ping for my trip out to Arizona a couple weeks ago. I guess there's a little endorsement there for Ping Golf. We'll be carrying their clubs here in our learning center this year, and have a full fitting capability if anyone comes out and talks to Corey, who you met last week, and he'll get them all set up. And so, yeah, got some good stuff to go into the season with.
Well, you got a great crew over there. You mentioned Corey and everybody over there. I was speaking Kiwi by the time I left your place. And, at the beginning of the golf, look, it's nice to talk about Tiger Woods, right? So let's just go from the assumption that somebody out there in the audience got all worked up about Tiger, and they haven't picked up a golf club in a while. My wife, watched, and she has golfed, and I have golfed. Let's say we want to come out this week, and we need a brush up on. I am amazed, right? I haven't played a round of golf in probably 15 years, maybe longer than that. But I've played rounds of golf, and I told you early in life I just decided I'm not great at it. I don't love it as much. It moves a little slow for me. I'd rather do yoga. That's just where I am at 50, right? Everybody's got their thing. But let's say I wanted to go out and golf this week. It would be like a different sport at this point, right? Like with the clubs, with how, if I wanted to get good at it and wanted to be trained the right way, the amount of things that you can do to help someone's game now, it's extraordinary. And this is the time of the year everybody's looking for that if they're coming back out, right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's a great point. I mean, there's so much to make the game easier now than it was, 15, 20 years ago. The clubs are bigger. They go farther. They go straighter. The balls are better. The teachers are better. The teachers have more technology to teach with. They're better trained. The training gadgets that Corey has here, some are gadgets, some are $25,000 pieces of equipment. So it's just incredible the resources that is out there now to learn the game. And there's other places too. Places like Top Golf. There are places where people can go to pick it up, and a lot of people see that as a competitor to the golf courses, but it really isn't. It's kind of a neat beginning point for someone who maybe never has swung a club and is a little intimidated to come out to a course and even go to the driving range or whatever. So they can go to places like that and get exposure to it, and then come out and play on the course. So. But yeah, you're spot on. The equipment and everything makes it so much easier these days. I've heard some people say it's almost like cheating, with the way the equipment, is so good these days to make the game easier for everyone.
Well, I think in the Tiger Woods win and this sort of thing, there is going to be a little flourish. And I know you've had some interesting things going on in Anne Arundel County as well with other golf courses that are making your course a little more crowded. So knowing all of that, finding the new people. I always say that with the Orioles, I'm an Oriole fan and I don't go. They better be getting me back. You know what I mean? You're a golf fan or a golfer or on the fringe of golf or golfed up enough that you're watching Tiger on a Sunday and getting inspired. Golf is the one thing you can actually go out and do and play, right? It's the one thing that's, you see an ice hockey team win the, Stanley Cup. It's not like you're going to absolutely go out at 50 and start playing hockey. Golf is something anybody can pick up anytime.
Yeah, it really is. You can start it as young as 5 or 6 years old and play it up to 85 or 86. We have all those ages out here. We see them on a daily basis, young kids coming out with their, mom and dad for the first time. And, some of them are really good and some of them are just running around, knocking the ball around the putting green, having fun, which that's cool too.
Getting ready for Ocean City is what I'd be doing for putt-putt.
Right, exactly. So, we have you've seen the putting greens out here. They don't have any windmills or water halls on them, but they're definitely large enough that kids can get on them and have a good time, or you can come out and have a serious practice and everything as well. So yeah, everything we do here is to make the game more accessible. It's a public course. It's not a stuffy private country club. People come as they are after work. We've got contractors come out and their work clothes, and guys coming out in their shorts and the hats backwards, and everyone's welcome.
Yeah, it's just for people who love golf. There it is, man. Compass Point Golf. You can find them out on the web. You can find them in Pasadena at the foot of Mountain Road. Craft Beer Open coming up on May 11th. I know that's always a big success. You got a Callaway Demo Day coming up next week, Ping Demo Day next week. You got a lot of people coming out and showing people new equipment, and this is, again, the time of the year. But let's get on to the professional side of this and the Tiger Woods thing. We talked a lot about that last week. In the aftermath, any thoughts or observations a week and a half later that maybe it didn't hit you in the moments it was happening? Because it really is even as I was typing it, Tiger Woods Masters win. I'm like, damn, if you didn't win a Masters, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still, a week later looking back on it, I'm almost, as surprised at the result as I was, that Sunday watching it, and, to kind of read some of the aftermath about it and the thoughts and everything. And people saying, I've never been so glad to be wrong. People that predicted he'd never win another major and everything. And, that it's definitely given the sport a boost, and it's, probably reinvigorated the interest in the PGA Tour, which, the next time he plays will probably be, we don't know for sure, will probably be next week in Charlotte, which fits kind of right between the PGA Championship coming up, May 14th and 19th. So he usually takes the week before that off. So if he sticks to schedule, he'll be back out on the course next week in Charlotte at the Wachovia Championship. He's not playing this week in New Orleans, which is, they've got a unique event down there with, it's a two-man team thing where the pros grab their best buddy and they go out and play as a two-man team, and they kind of do the walk-up music on the first tee, which is, different than the hushed, tones that usually people raise in the quiet please signs. They try to add a little bit more fun and into it. And it's, when you see things like that, Tiger brought this, speaking about the aftermath of it, he brought all these people back in 1997 to the game that, had never played it before, and it, had the big boom and everything. And, here he is 22 years later, and, there were people watching it that probably hadn't tuned in before because they heard Tigers in contention on Sunday, and so maybe that was their first exposure to it. And, they're probably going to go out and give it a try now, or maybe they had, given up on the game and not played for 5 or 10 years, and, think, hey, if this guy at 43 years old can go out and win a major, I can at least go out and play my weekend round of golf at the club. So, I think it continues to be a great thing for golf, and, as long as he continues to play well this summer, I think it'll be even more and more built upon that.
Well, a little bit quiet right now on that front, right? And there will be an immense, one of my best pals played St. Andrews the other day, right? So, he's been over there screwing around in Scotland and doing all that, and he's all tigered up and all golfed up and all that stuff. But all of these majors are going to be enormous this year, right?
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're always a big thing anyway, but this year, even more so. He showed a little bit last year when he got in contention at the British Open and the PGA, but didn't quite close it out. And people then still wondered, okay, will he ever? And then, the very first major this year, he did what he did. And Bethpage Black, where they're having the PGA Championship in a couple of weeks, is a course that he's won on before. Of course, it was a U.S. Open. It'll play different, but it's still a place he's been to and he's had success, and it's a. And
by the way, that's Preakness weekend for everybody, right? So.
Yeah. So it'll be a big sports weekend, and that's new date on the calendar for the PGA. They moved it from August up to May as they tried to shorten the golf season so they can get it done before the NFL starts. And that's the big thing that they tried to do this year is really condense the schedule so it'll find a new home, but it'll be going up against some other events on the calendar as well.
He is Robert Canady. You can find him Buckets and Birds out on Twitter. That's basketball and golf. He's at Compass Point Golf. If you have an event or you need, just want to make it tea time, give Robert a call. He's always around there doing the good work and making his golf game better as well and getting ready for the Craft Beer Open. Always good to visit with you, my brother. Hit him straight out there, and we'll continue to check in and tell everybody about all the good things at Compass Point. I tell you what, man, you gave me half a beer. And we sat, we had a little, little feast there and talked about a little hockey, a little bit of golf. And then we went out onto the greens, and I almost wanted to get a putter. Like, I almost wanted to go out there and just putt a little bit, see if I could put it in the hole,
Well, next time I'll grab one from my office, and we'll get you out there and at least make a few
Dude,
putts.
yours is built for a 7'2" giant like you are, man. I need one built for a 5'9.5" guy like me.
All right, we'll get one of Corey's in. We'll let you one of the pros putters. So.
All right. You're going to have to teach me some things. I'll be the guy dressed like Payne Stewart. Appreciate you,
there
man.
You go.
There he goes. Robert Canady, Buckets and Birds, and at Compass Point Golf. You can find me out on the buyatoyota.com audio vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world on your mobile device by downloading the TuneIn radio app. We do come in crystal clear from anywhere in the world. The morning newspaper ships digitally to your email inbox. It's all brought to you by our friends at Planet Fitness at planetfitness.com, as well as the Maryland Jockey Club and Laurel Park. I am Nestor. We are WNST.net, AM 1570, and WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.